Hello viewers, welcome to the series of lectures on tourist attractions in the United States of America. For your convenience, I have made the list of top 10 states in USA in terms of total number of tourist arrival and spending. In part 1, we have discussed on first 5 states, and in this part, we are discussing about the other 5 popular states in USA. First, tourist attractions in Virginia. Second, tourist attractions in South Carolina. Third, tourist attractions in Arizona. Fourth, tourist attractions in Hawaii and Alaska. And fifth, tourist attractions in Georgia. Now first, let us look into the tourist attractions in Virginia. Virginia is a state located at eastern coast of United States of America. Virginia has several nicknames. The most famous among these are the Old Dominion, since it was the first colonial possession in mainland British America, and Mother of Presidents because 8 US presidents were born in this state. The major geographical features of Virginia are Blue Ridge Mountains in the Appalachian Mountain Range in the west and Chesapeake Bay in the east. The land of Virginia was battlefield for most civil wars, and both civil wars and revolution ended in the places of Virginia state. So Virginia has full of history in it and war fields and memorial which can make visitors to imagine those brutal wars and effects. Mountains and long golden beaches are being prime attractions in the state of Virginia. Popular tourist attractions in Virginia state are Williamsburg Historic District. Williamsburg was the capital of colonial Virginia during 18th century. Williamsburg has long colonial history in entire town. Williamsburg, the whole city, is just like a living museum telling the stories about colonial America and revolution for independence. The town has some historical buildings built during the 18th and 19th century. Some of the buildings have been preserved in original structure, whereas some historical colonial buildings have been reconstructed, restored on the same foundation or place. City tour to Williamsburg and heritage walks are the most convenient ways to explore and know about the history associated with colonial Williamsburg. Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon is another historical site in Virginia. Mount Vernon was the residence of first President of United States of America, George Washington. The gracious 21-room plantation house has been constructed in close supervision of President George Washington. The house was residence of George Washington and his wife Martha Washington from 1754 to till his death on 1799. The house has wonderful collection of paintings, ceiling paintings and family portraits. At present, the President House, Mount Vernon, has been identified as National Historic Landmark and saved by Mount Vernon's Ladies Association. Monticello. Monticello was primarily plantation of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of United States of America. Jefferson started cultivation of tobacco and wheat in this plantation at the age of 26 and had number of slaves with him for agricultural work. The main attraction at present is house designed by Jefferson in neoclassical design and situated on a small hill of 850 feet height. Monticello means in Italian language is Little Mount. As per the directions of President Jefferson, his dead body was buried in his plantation at Monticello, and the area has a number of small buildings built by Jefferson for several purposes such as quarters for workers and crop experiment centers. Now, along with University of Virginia, the House of Jefferson designated the status of UNESCO World Heritage Site. Next is the Virginia Beach. One of the most popular beaches in Atlantic Ocean coast, known for its long golden sand beach. Some of the prime attractions in Virginia Beach are Virginia Aquarium and Marine Science Museum, Ocean Breeze Water Park, and Old Cape Lighthouse. Arlington National Cemetery. Arlington National Cemetery is one unique place to visit. Arlington is a 600-acre place where some of the most famous persons of America are buried. It houses some of the memorials dedicated to unknown soldiers and women soldiers. The most famous one is the tomb of John F. Kennedy. Richmond. Richmond is the capital city of state Virginia and a calm city. Richmond has some historical value as well, since it served as first Confederacy capital from 1861 to 1865. The most famous is imposing State Capitol building, built in 1785 to 88. Richmond also has some battlefield memorials, canal walks, and many historical sites to visit. Tourist attractions in South Carolina. South Carolina is the southeastern state in United States, surrounded by North Carolina state to the north, Georgia state to the south, and West and Atlantic Ocean to the west. According to number of surveys and travel magazines report, South Carolina is in the list of most visited top 10 states in the USA. City of Columbia is the capital city of the state, but the most famous is Charleston City. South Carolina is famous for its coastal subtropical beaches, marsh-like islands, and oldest Charleston City. The state is known as premier golf destination in USA. Popular tourist attractions in South Carolina are as follows. Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach, the most popular beach in South Carolina, is not only famous for relaxing beach or water-based activities, but also for shopping, golf, and great food outlets along the side of Myrtle Beach. Charleston. Charleston is a fourth city known for its history and grandeur. Charleston has some grand homes and architecturally splendid churches in the charming lines of Charleston's historic district. Visitors can take tours to nearby Fort Sumter and the South Carolina Aquarium, the state's biggest attraction, Charleston town. South Carolina State Museum. The South Carolina State Museum is the largest museum of its kind in the state. South Carolina Museum is a 4-story building covering the collections and artifacts related to natural history, science and technology, art and culture. The museum showcases the cultural artifacts of South Carolina and the best place to know about the rich natural and human history of the region. Riverbank Zoo and Gardens. Riverbank Zoo and Garden in the capital city Columbia is home to over 2,000 animals representing 350 species. Some of the unique animals found in the zoo including giraffes and zebras, African lions, Siberian tigers, grizzly bears. Zoo also has botanical garden with rich plant species. Now next, coming to the tourist attractions in Hawaii and Alaska. First is Hawaii. Hawaii is an island state of USA located in the central Pacific Ocean, southwest to mainland USA. Hawaii is an archipelago of numerous small islands known for its rugged landscape, beautiful beaches, some of the world's most active volcanoes and stunning waterfalls. Out of the 6 main islands, Oahu is Hawaii's only big city, but the capital city is Honolulu, famous for its Waikiki Beach and Pearl Harbor Memorial. Kilauea. Kilauea is one among the 6 volcanoes formed in the islands of Hawaii. Kilauea is in the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Kilauea, one of the most active volcanoes on Earth, and 33 eruptions has taken place since 1952. The current ongoing eruption started in January 3, 1983. Waikiki. Hawaii's most popular attraction is crescent-shaped oceanfront Waikiki Beach. Waikiki is located in the suburb of Honolulu and easy to reach. Waikiki has all modern amenities and entertainment facilities for the tourist. Next is the Pearl Harbor and USS Arizona Memorial. Pearl Harbor is the historical site in Hawaii and known worldwide for the incident of Japanese attack on the harbor at the time of World War II. The attack of Japan on Pearl Harbor made US to enter into the war and dropped nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki cities of Japan. All this history of the Second World War will come in front of visitors in their visit to Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor has 2 warships, USS Arizona and USS Missouri, decked here so that tourists can take a visit into the warships used at the time of the Second World War. Waipio Valley. Waipio Valley is the most scenic spot in the big island of Oahu. The valley has blue ocean water on one side and the fertile valley and rich vegetation on the other side. Most interesting thing is black color sand in the shoreline glittering with white waves and blue ocean water. Polynesian Cultural Center. Polynesian Cultural Center is one very unique tourist attraction at Oahu City, Hawaii. The Cultural Center exhibits the culture of islands in Polynesia region as well as migrants to Hawaii from these islands. The cultural shows will be held to showcase the culture through music, dance, art forms, crafts and games. Tourists can enjoy this even during the day and evening shows. Alaska. Alaska is the largest state in USA by area but least and sparsely populated state. Alaska is located in northwestern part of Canada, separated from contiguous US. Alaska state has dramatic and diverse topography, terrains, mountains, forest, glaciers, abundant wildlife and small cities. Alaska is the best destination for adventure seekers, nature and wildlife lovers. Alaska has some good museums as well as in towns. Hiking, paddling, fishing and visiting to some of the great national parks are most popular outdoor activities the state offers for tourists. As the state is big, so its beauty too attracts lot of tourists into the state. Denali. Denali National Park is one of the largest national parks in USA and North America. Denali is home for rich wildlife species and located on Mount McKinley, which is the highest peak in North American continent. Kenai Fjord National Park. Kenai Fjord National Park, south of Anchorage, offers some of the best sightseeing in Alaska. National Park has uninhabited coastline and brown bears can be found in large. Anchorage Museum. Anchorage Museum is a must-visit attraction in Alaska, has large collection of things related to art, history, ethnography, ecology and science. The museum in large modern building in the center of the Anchorage city. Tracy Arm Fjord. Tracy Arm Fjord is located south of Juneau in the capital city of Alaska and famous for glacier cruise ships and boat tours. It is simply a small slice of glacier. Other main spots to see glaciers are Glaciers Bay National Park and Prince William Sound. Alaska Native Heritage Center. Center exhibiting the cultural heritage of Native Alaskan people. Heritage Center preserves Alaskan language, culture, and rich art forms and make efforts to showcase this heritage site to the visitors. Coming to the tourist attractions in Arizona. Arizona is the southwestern states in USA, known for its pleasant weather and Grand Canyon. Arizona is a part of Western United States group and Mountains West states. Arizona is 6th largest state by area and 14th by population. Phoenix is the largest as well as capital city of Arizona. Arizona shares border with USA states such as California, Nevada, Utah, and New Mexico, and international border with Mexico in its south. Arizona state has distinctive topography. Southern part of the state is desert climate with hot summers and mild winters. Northern part comprises pine forest, spruce trees, and Colorado Plateau. State features some mountain ranges and large deep canyons with moderate summer and snowfall in winters. State has some ski resorts, national parks, and national monuments. Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is one of the steep canyons in the world, carved by Colorado River into various layers and shapes of rock. Canyon is situated within the area of Grand Canyon National Park, which has ample opportunities for tourist activities. This unique and massive geological formation is spread across 446 kilometers in long and 29 kilometers wide over 1.6 kilometer or 6,093 feet deep. This huge canyon is divided into North Rim and South Rim, whereas most tourists visit to the South Rim. Around 5 million tourists visit this natural wonder every year in the USA alone. Canyon looks so beautiful with unique colors of rock, different layers, shapes, and depth. Rock colors changes their shades when watched in different scenarios like sunrise and sunset and different shades of daylight. Glen Canyon Recreation Area. Glen Canyon Recreation Area has deep Glen Canyon and Lake Powell. Lake Powell is a man-made lake created by constructing dam for Colorado River. Canyon filled with the blue water of Colorado looks so beautiful and offers range of water-based activities. Even though the dam has been constructed, 15-mile section of the canyon is downstream and opened for tourist visit. Monument Valley. Monument Valley, located between the borders of Arizona and Utah states, is home for Navajo Tribal Park. The impressive landscape includes dramatic rock formation, red sandstones of different shapes and size, and sand dunes. Guided tours in the valley, photography tours, or simply driving through the park highways are the best way to explore the Monument Valley. Sedona. Sedona is a town at the distance of 1.5-hour drive from capital Phoenix. Sedona is located in a picturesque valley surrounded by Red Rock Mountains and Buttes. Sedona offers activities like hiking, mountain hiking, and jeep tours to valleys and mountains. Some domestic tourists and local people consider Sedona as a sacred place for energy vortex in and around the town. Havasu Falls. Havasu Falls is a waterfall in Havasupai tribal area of Grand Canyon National Park, Arizona. This 100-foot waterfall is so beautiful, and pond created at the base of the falls have bluish green color of water. Hiking, water-based activities, and canyon visits are some of the activities offered in the place. Tourist attractions in Georgia. Georgia is located in the southeastern corner of United States, just above Florida state. Georgia was also a colonial state of British America and named after British King George II. Georgia is 24th largest state by area and 8th most populous state. Atlanta is the capital as well as the most populous city. Atlanta was the birthplace of civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. Other popular cities in the state are Savannah, known for its 18th and 19th century architecture, and Athens and Augusta cities for golf tournaments. Georgia is bordered by Atlantic Ocean and South Carolina state on the east, Florida state on the south, Alabama state on the west, and Tennessee state on the north. State has some picturesque beaches, rich wildlife areas, beautiful landscapes and water bodies. Some of the popular tourist attractions in Georgia states are as follows. Okefenokee Swamp. The Okefenokee Swamp, known as the land of quaking earth, means shaking earth. Swampland, covering an area of 770 square miles, is amazing natural wonder, has some swamplands, grass swamps which are floating piece of land on water. In the past, these areas protected the Indian settlements. The swamps are home to endangered species of flora and fauna. Swamps have some 10,000 alligators in these wet islands. Forsyth Park. The city Savannah has number of beautiful parks and gardens. Among those parks, Forsyth Park is the most famous one. Highlights of the park are period fountain, walking trails and lovely old trees. Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Site. The Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Site in Atlanta is birthplace and grave of this great civil rights leader. Historic site also houses a Baptist church and Freedom Hall complex. Callaway Garden. Callaway Garden is most scenic artificial garden on Pine Mountain by well-known industrialist Cason Callaway. Park has some wonderful features such as artificial lakes, gardens of magnolias and azaleas, and a butterfly house. Robin Lake in the Callaway Garden hosts annual water ski and wakeboard tournament. Garden offers great opportunity for water sports, golfing and numerous walking trails. World of Coca-Cola. World of Coca-Cola is a museum showcasing the history of the leading multinational company Coca-Cola. Museum has galleries, entertainment areas and attractions in Atlanta city of Georgia. Summary. United States of America is a country with true diversity of people, culture, geographical features and tourism resources. USA is very vast in size and so is its tourism. USA offers every type of attractions and activities any tourist would like to do it once in a lifetime. Being it is a stunning water bodies, beautiful beaches, rugged mountains, snow-covered peaks, glaciers, volcanoes, forest with rich flora and fauna, most extensive and well-planned urban areas and cosmopolitan cities, all types of adventure activities and list goes on. With this nature of tourism industry, USA comes in top of the list after France for most visited tourist destination countries in the world. Tourists always have huge choice for selecting destinations to visit within the United States, and itineraries can be selected based on several factors such as budget, number of days available for travel, mode of transportation preferred for domestic movement in USA, age and health are some factors to name. US tourism making continuous effort to keep the brand name in the global tourism market, making destination development more sustainable and minimizing negative impacts on environment, local communities, and for enhancing the benefits of tourism to communities and country. Thank you.